Hi, I'm Tim Collins. Surprisingly, I run a company called the Tim Collins Consultancy. I've learnt a lot through life, and that's what I now try and apply in my business. But also I make a lot of mistakes, and I've made a lot of mistakes. And to my shame, one that goes back to when I was 8 years old. So if you imagine an 8-year-old Tim growing up in London, and it also links into Oxfam. I had this little Oxfam box for saving money, and I put my pennies and things in it. And I think at the time they were old pennies before decimalisation. There's a little olive green box which I remember, and I was putting pennies and tuppences in there, and they were building up. And I had this little knife as well, and one time I actually wanted some sweets, so I thought, well, I put the money in, I could always take a bit out, so I slit it down the side and took a few p out, went up to the corner shop, sweet shop, and just bought myself some sweets. And I thought, fine, well, it's my money, that's okay. And then my mum found the little charity box with the slit in it, and she just said to me, Timothy, what have you done? And I was just mortified. So lessons that you learn in life carry you forward. So fast forward 45 years probably. So I set my own consultancy up back in 2013. And one of the ideas I had was to have a thing called Payfair, where I would charge my clients an hourly rate, but I'd say, you pay me what you think's fair, which I thought was a good business model. But also what I'd do is, if anybody referred me on to another client, I'd give 10% of what I've earned that new client to Simon on the Streets, which is a West Yorkshire-based homeless charity. So far so good. So I've quit my job, set my new consultancy up, great. Off I'm going, trying to struggle to learn about how to market it and do websites and social media, which is all relatively new to me. So I'm doing that, and I get my first client on day 2, and I think, fantastic, really well, goes down really well, pays me a couple of months later, and then that's it, and there's no work, and there's no work. And then a few people he's recommended me to start to come to me for work. And I do that work, and I have that dilemma, because I could do with that income. Do I pay the 10% they paid me? No, I would know. And I went back to remembering when I was an 8-year-old and how I felt when I hadn't done what I knew was right. So I paid that money. And it was hard at the time, but since then the business has taken off, and I've built, and I continue to give 10% of what I earn from referred clients back to Simon on the Streets. Pay fair, simple idea.